Welcome everyone to my 8-part series of how to play Minecraft. This is part 1, and today we're going to be taking a look at beginning game and mechanics. This will teach you how to play the game, how to move, how to hit things, how to break things, how to place things, and it will also go into how to do basic crafting and how to survive your first night. Just a quick change, this will only be a 6-part series because I think the end and getting ready to go to the end is more advanced part of this, so that will be in the advanced tutorial series. So to get started, the first thing you have to do is click single player. This is where you play by yourself. This is not multiplayer. I'll go into that another time, but you're going to click on create new world on the bottom right, and you're going to create your world. Now, once you have named your game, you're going to want to make sure game mode is on survival. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to play in survival. There is also something called hardcore and creative, but those will go into later. And you're going to want to set your difficulty to easy. So easy is where there's barely any mobs, which are the monsters, and normal is where it's just a decent amount, but not crazy, and hard is where it's insane. And last of all, peaceful is where there are no monsters at all. So we're going to set it to easy so you guys have an idea on how to survive, and so we can get through this entire series. And once you're done with that, if you want to, you can include your own seed, which is a random generated number which allows you to choose your world. So if you find one on YouTube or anything like that, you can put it right here. So if you import a seed, be sure you click done, not cancel. This will take you out of the entire thing. Just click done and create new world. Alright, so once you have loaded in to your first game of Minecraft, or this could be your second, your third, or any number. If you're just watching this video and you're a newer player, maybe not first time playing, but this is really for anybody who wants to learn how to play Minecraft. So when you start out, you're gonna wonder, what do you do? As you can see, we can look around by using our mouse and moving it across our mouse pad or whatever you're moving your mouse on. And to move, you click W, A, S, D. So W is forward, S is backwards, D is right, and A is left. Now, before I get into breaking the wood and starting your game off, what you're going to want to do is learn how to sprint. To sprint, you double-click W and you can sprint. To jump, just hold shift bar or just click it. Doesn't really matter. So, when you're starting out in your first game of Minecraft, you have a sun, and the sun gives you a time limit before it's night. Once it is night, the monsters will come out, which we'll get into in later episodes. But for right now, what we need to do is figure out how to survive our first night. Once you have learned how to sprint, the first thing you're going to do is walk up to a tree. Wood is one of the most important resources. This allows you to craft items, tools, and weapons, and multiple other things. Build your house and everything. So if you guys do have questions, be sure you leave them in the comments down below. I'll respond to as many as possible. But let's get right back into this. The way you break a tree is by holding down your left click button, and you'll see that it's breaking the wood slowly. And we're using our fist right now. So if you want to place the wood back down, just right click. So that is the way you break and place items. That is going to be a basic game mechanic that you have to know to play Minecraft. So if you didn't already know that, hopefully this did help you. So I suggest you collect about 2 trees to start off with your fists, and then we'll get into basic starting tools and weapons. Alright, so once you've got your wood, what you're going to want to do is click E. This opens up your inventory, and a little tip is if you do not know how to craft something, click on this little green book right here, and it will open up this special crafting recipe book, and every single thing that you can craft will be in here. So, we're going to click on oak planks. So, this is an easy way for you to understand how to learn the crafting. Go into this book, it will teach you a ton of stuff. And what you want to do is get 4 oak planks, just like that. So, if you want to do this manually, you can pick it up by left clicking and then right clicking it into these spaces. You'll notice that this is only a 2x2 grid, and we'll get into that in just a second. So what you want to do is put all the oak planks into a 2x2 grid, and it will give you a crafting table. The crafting table, as you probably can already see, has a 3x3 grid. When you open it up, it has a lot more that you can use to build. So oak oak doors, oak trapdoors, a wooden sword, which we're actually going to be using. So let's craft one of those. This is your first weapon. This is one of the things you will be using a lot. So now what we want to do is craft a few more oak planks and start making a couple sticks. Now to overlay these, just hold down your right click button and go just like that. And as you can see, it does that. And a little tip right here is hold shift and left click on the sticks or just any item, and it will duplicate it to as many as you can get it. So that is an easy way to collect all of them at the exact same time. Another tip I have is that if you ever have this where there's tons of the same item just spread out here, double left click and it will all come into one group, and then you can place it right there. Alright, so now that we've done that, we just want to grab a little bit more wood and put 2 just like that. We're going to craft an axe, which looks just like that. And as you can see right here, we can use this as well. And there's our axe. And then we're also going to craft a pickaxe, which you can just click right here and it will make it for you, which is pretty cool. This is a useful feature that they used to not include. So if you guys need help at any time, that should help you out a lot. But I'm making this video so that you guys can understand how to play. Hello, cow. Little cowie. So now you can use your axe to break wood faster. So we're going to head back over to this tree and I'll show you how that works. Basically, now you can see it breaks a lot faster. If I use my fist, it goes a lot slower. So that is why the axe and the tools come in useful. And as you're using other tools, you'll notice that they go faster as well. So like right here, we're going to grab some stone. So all you need to do is grab about 16 blocks of stone. Doesn't really matter because you can come back and get more later. Actually, I have 17 right here. So let's grab that, place down our crafting table, and make a furnace. This is what we're going to be using very soon. I like to always place these on top. It's just an easy, oh, there's the crafting table, here's the furnace. What the furnace does is cooks your food, and it also smelts the ores that you'll be getting later, and that will come in future episodes. Today I will show you how to use it for food. So what you want to do, well, actually we're not using the furnace right now. What you want to do is now upgrade your tools to stone level. As you can see, it's the same crafting recipe, just with the stone. We're just going to make every single tool over again, just like so. And now we have fully upgraded to, nope, not wood, stone. And as you can see, now we got the achievement, which is pretty awesome. We've already gotten a couple achievements. Okay, so Stone Age and getting an upgrade. So that's pretty awesome. You can leave that down there or you can bring it with you. But what we're going to do next is look for these precious sheep. Now, what the sheep do, they allow you to craft a bed. You need 3 wool and 3 wood to make a bed, and this guy's probably not going to help us, but we'll get some food by just killing the sheep. One of the best food sources is the cow, actually. These are very nice animals to breed, and we'll get into that later in the farming episode, which is part 3 or 4, so stay tuned for that. Be sure you check that out as well. And we're going to grab a couple more cows and come back with those. Also be on the lookout for more sheep, because if you can find one that has at least 3 of the same color, then you're in luck because you can make a bed. Alright, one quick thing I want to point out before we go back and craft a bed is this is coal. We need this to cook our food. So go into caves, just a basic cave, and it's also in the mountain region. You'll find it there pretty easily, and you're going to want to collect that coal. And for some reason, I'm not getting lucky with finding another sheep. I'm not sure where this other sheep is. But as you can see, here's our first monster. What you're going to want to do on your first night is really just stay away from those guys. It's a problem. So everybody's going to be different. Everybody has different spawns. Really what you have to do is work with your spawn and be careful. And here's our next item that you can get. That is called iron, which will be in the beginning game. So we can just grab that right now. So if you end up at all like me where you do not have a good spawn and you don't have any sheep, then what you're going to want to do is either go into a mine, because usually at night there's not as many monsters in a mine, but be sure you do craft torches, which I'll show you how to do right now. You want to put 1 stick right there and 1 coal on the top, and now you have torches. So that helps you to light things up. Now I have something on so that it just helps me with recording so it's not too dark. But as you can see, this torch will light everything up for you. Alright, so if you are stuck here and you don't know what to do, then I suggest you go mine out a little hut. Now, usually in the beginning game, when I was a new player to the game, I basically just made a little mine shaft, I guess you could call it. What I did is I just dug in dug down basically, down just like this, and I put a door right here. Alright, so now you can just place your items wherever you really want to, and what you want to do now is to use the furnace, right click on it, and hold shift and put the coal in. It will always go to this bottom slot. Coal will always go to this bottom slot. And another way to make coal, and now to get the food in there, you can just put it in there like any normal crafting table, and this will cook it up. So as you'll see right here, if I eat this, it only gives me 1.5 of food regen, I guess you could call it, hunger bar. Now if I eat a cooked food, this gives me about 3. Also, each food gives you different types of hunger back, but these two are the same, raw and cooked, so it doesn't really matter. And once you refill your hunger bar all the way, you're going to start getting healing. Sometimes, depending on the world spawn, you will have to basically sit out for the night. You can't really do much. You just kind of have to stay inside. Not too much to do. It's kind of boring. Also, one thing I want to point out as well is durability. Durability is the amount of health that your item has. As you can see, my sword is in the green, but my pickaxe is more in like a yellowish green. And that is because it's been used more. So the more you use an item, the more it's going to run out of durability. And now we have a bed. So this is pretty awesome. I can now show you guys this. But now we have 3 wool and at least 3 wood, which is good. Now I'm going to die right now. Now, there is a lot of information in these first episodes. Once we get further, it's going to be kind of like you guys know the basics. Right now, I'm just trying to show you guys the basics, what you do when you spawn into a world. And you can also increase your render distance by going into video settings and increasing this so that you can actually see farther. Now, I like to keep mine at 10 because that's where my computer runs well when I'm recording. So that's what I do. And that allows me to see far enough. And I saw this earlier. And what this is, it is a ruin. This is a broken nether portal, which is going to be episode 6, I believe, where we go to the nether. And the nether update really made this hard to play, so we're not going in there right now. I don't suggest you go in there if you're not ready, and I'll explain what you need to do that. But as you can see, these things give you some pretty good stuff. We got Fortune 3. And now, for the last piece of advice, crafting your bed. This will help you sleep through the nights to avoid the phantoms which come if you don't sleep for 3 days in a row. And now you have a bed. Now be sure you do right click on this because that will reset your spawn point. So when you die, you respawn right here and not far away. So that's one thing the bed is very useful for. And I hope this did help you guys out. There was so much information packed into this first episode. I promise. Once we get further into these episodes, it's going to be a lot easier. You guys already know the basics. I was just trying to explain all the basics. There's so many basics to this game. It's such a basic game, but there's so many basic mechanics, which is pretty awesome. This game, I think you guys will enjoy if you're just starting out on here, or if you've played for multiple years and you're just getting used to it. So hopefully you guys did find this video helpful. If you did, be sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft content. I'm going to be posting tons and tons of Minecraft content. I got some cool series coming out, so I hope you guys do check those out as well and stick around for those. Be sure you turn on those post notifications. And yeah, I hope this helped you guys out. Stay tuned for episode 2, and I'll see you guys next tutorial.